Hey hobby heads, Brandon from Metro Hobbies here. Another week, another huge batch of diecast releases, so let's get into it. So, as you can see guys, we have releases from heaps of manufacturers this week. Pretty much all the big diecast manufacturers, Spark, Classic Collectibles, Authentic Collectibles, Kyosho, Mini Champs. But I'll start with Mini Champs. And what we've got here is the new Bmw M2cs. These things are gorgeous. We do have these in a range of colours. I've picked the two colours that I like the most. We've got the white here with the gold wheels, and we've got the blue with the black wheels. These things are gorgeous. They are sealed body resin cars, so you don't have any opening parts, but the detail in them is absolutely phenomenal. So they do come on these bases, but you can take them off that, of course. I've just left them in here for display purposes. But yeah, these are beautiful models. You've got great colour, great detail in them, so yeah, highly recommend jumping on these, especially if you've got an M2. These are gorgeous models. I'll move on now to the Fords. So from Classic Collectibles, we've got Alan Moffat's Bathurst winning XY here. So this is continuing on their celebration or anniversary collection where they do, you know, the winners in gold, the second places in silver, and this thing is gorgeous. So it's the iconic XY GT HO, so beautiful model, heaps of detail. It would go great with the XW that they have done, the Bathurst winner, or even the 50th anniversary gold road car that they did. Next up, we've got the Parade of the Champions, which is Scott McLaughlin's Mustang GT that he drove around. That was when we had Dick Johnson out on track and had a whole bunch of Mustangs introducing the Mustang to the V8 Supercars field. So that was from the Adelaide 500. Awesome model. It completes that collection now that Authentic have done the other two releases. So yeah, I'd highly recommend jumping on that one. Next up from Classic Collectibles is the Bond Tirana. So this thing is gorgeous, XU1, heaps of detail. Again, with Classic Collectibles, they are die-cast, so they are fully opening models, and that one being resin, so that one is sealed. But the Tirana is gorgeous. I think every Aussie car fan, whether you're Ford or Holden, can appreciate the looks of a Tirana and what they accomplished for such a small car against those big muscle cars. So they are awesome. But for such a small car, it does make the Austin Healey next to it look absolutely huge. So they are both 1/18 scale, but that little Austin Healey looks tiny next to it. That one's by Kyosho. It's a die-cast model, heaps of detail, in that beautiful little primrose yellow. So yeah, it's a really nice model. We do have limited stock of those, so I'd highly recommend jumping on it, but yeah, beautiful model. Now we've got from Lewis Hamilton, from Spark, is two of his race-winning cars. So we'll start with the controversial win, or well, not controversial, but there was a win surrounded in controversy. So that was his British GP win from last year. So I'll let you guys decide if you think it was Max's fault or Lewis's fault on that crash, but one thing that we can't dispute is the detail and how good those Spark models look. So that is a beautiful model. And then we also have his Russian GP winning car, which is another beautiful model, heaps of detail in that. But I will come to my favourite model of these ones here, and the one that does stand out the most, which is Kyosho's one-tile scale Lamborghini Countach. So this is a Walter Wolf car, so you've got the different wheels, you've got the logos on it, you've got the black wheel arches. This thing is gorgeous, so much detail. You honestly feel like you could start it up. There is that much detail. You've got cloth seat belts and everything opens, the headlights pop up, boot opens, you can see all the little intricate details of the carbies and the wiring, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I am so tempted by this model. It is so gorgeous. I just don't know if I have a cabinet big enough to fit it. It is absolutely awesome. So we've got all these models in stock, in store and online. So you can come down and see us if you want to get a look in person, or you can jump online and grab them. We've got a store in Box Hill and a store in the CBD. And lastly, if you want to stay on top of all our new diecast releases, I highly recommend signing up to our newsletter. That'll be the first place to see when we get new releases in, and the full range of new releases. But until next time, see you then.